Well, as always, whenever I go thrifting or antiquing, I have a list in mind of things that I am researching or that I am looking for. And most importantly, I guess, what is always top of my list is I am shopping for ideas. And this gorgeous collection of Vaseline glass here is a case in point. Not only is the color absolutely exquisite, but Stuart, if you don't mind, just showing the impact of how beautiful it is to display a collection, whether it's all of one thing or one color or one material, but displaying it, whether it's in your garden or in your home, all in one place. It really makes an impact, it makes a statement, and this is one idea I would definitely steal, and that is displaying all of your like items in one location in your home and garden. Some other things that I'm looking for are anything in blue, because I'm wanting to introduce more blue into my interior decor. So in general, just as a category, I am looking at anything blue. The other thing that I know about this place, it has a great reputation for Native American art, Native American beading, turquoise jewelry, that kind of thing. I'm on the hunt for maybe a ring, a turquoise ring for hubs, and so I'm going to be looking for inspiration and maybe some ideas for that here in this location. Stuart, do you have anything that you're really looking for?
I mean, it's a light for my poker table, but
well, you've been looking for that for a while. Yeah. The other thing that I'm looking for is I'm always keeping in mind the fact that I'm hoping in the next year or two I'm going to be moving and having a little bit of a different aesthetic. So I'm going to be looking for points of inspiration, different kinds of antiques or merchandise that in general might give me some style and design cues to the aesthetic that I might want to incorporate in a future home. So Stuart, let's get started and look and see what we can find.
Do Vanna White.
Yeah. Stuart, this is my best Vanna White. But doesn't this look cool all together? And you could do this whether it was an expensive collector's glass or really any kind of glass. It reminds me when we were at my friend Gail Wynn's home, and in her potting shed, she had lots of different things displayed that were all in the same color and the same material. And this is a really great thing to do in a high-low way with things that are more precious, but also things that are in the same color palette that you could display together to make a color statement in your home or again in your garden. Let's see what else we can find. Stuart, I may be getting into trouble here, but I'm adding something else to my list of things that I'm looking for. I really might get into trouble here, but look. I mean, am I so much of a grandmother wannabe? I mean, there are some wonderful baby beds. Obviously, we would want to make sure that anything that you get that's antique meets current safety requirements and safety codes. But look at this. Isn't this absolutely incredible? Look at this one over here.
It's like something out of a fairy tale directly.
I know. Look at this one over here, Stuart.
I'm going to back up.
And look, this is a twofer because it's both wonderful, it's an antique, and it's also blue. So I'm adding that as my third category. Taylor and Delphia, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I just couldn't resist. Okay, I better get out of here before I get into any more trouble. Let's move to another location. Well, I've said many times, when you come to thrift stores or wonderful antique stores like this, you need to look up as well as level and down. Stuart, look at this entire array of light fixtures. Now, my question of the day is, first of all, do any of these fit into the category you're looking for? But my question of the day for our audience is, do you know where to find do you have any recommendations on what Stuart is looking for? So Stuart, describe what it is you're on the hunt for.
Essentially like this stained glass one right here.
Like the Tiffany one.
But maybe not so much circular. They have them for pool tables and for poker tables and things of this nature. And they would usually have like card suits or little like, you know, stained glass cards, but somehow representative that it is like a card thing.
Okay, if they're not circular, are they angular? They're square?
Like
they're
on
what?
like long rectangles that goes down the center of the whole table.
Oh yeah,
Like on a pool table. Same
okay,
thing they
so
have
all
above
I
pool
need to
tables.
do is watch, what's that Paul Newman movie?
Oh, you're right. I know what you're talking about.
So yeah, something like that I think is what we're looking for. So that's my question of the day, you guys.
I'm going to put them to work.
Yeah. I'm putting you to work on Stuart's behalf. Do you know maybe an online source or an antique store or something where we could find something like that? He's looking for something for over his poker table that has that vibe. And also, obviously, Stuart and I can't remember the name of that Paul Newman movie.
It's with Tom Cruise, isn't it? Is that the one you're talking about?
No, it's
The
Paul
pool
Newman
movie?
and Robert Redford, and I can't remember the name of it. So if also, okay, we're putting this on you guys too. What is the name of that movie that
Weird
has?
making guesses. It's not Butch Cassidy, is it?
No, it's not Butch Cassidy. It's the other one that we can't remember. Okay, we better move on before we get into any more trouble. I've got baby fever. I've got grandbaby fever. Now I've found something that's kind of caught my eye as an inspiration. I'm not getting it today, but it's kind of cool, and I don't know what style you would call this, but another category of things I'm always looking for are interesting lamps. Now obviously I would want to make sure that this one worked, but it's not at a bad price point for something so unusual. It's just called a leaf and berry lamp, but it's from the 1950s. I think it's really cool looking. It reminds me of Magelica in metal, but I love the way it looks. I love the silhouette, and I think that's really kind of cool and would, in a very specific area, I think would be wonderful. What do you think, Stuart?
I'm digging the fan next to it.
You're digging the fan next to it? Okay, that's pretty retro. This is a pretty cool fan, and this is $125, but probably worth it. What is Jack Ross? Yeah, Jack Frost electric fan.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Okay, let's move on. Well, as a true Oklahoman, I'm always looking for things that are Native American inspired, but also for another more practical reason. My husband, as you may know, has almost a graduate degree in anthropology, and he's fascinated by Plains Indians paraphernalia and such, and he has a good bit of it that he's inherited, but I have no idea how much some of it's worth. And when I come to places like this that have a good assortment of beadwork, of different kinds of turquoise jewelry, of basket work, of rugs, things of that nature, then I can see what the price points are here, because this is a very, very trusted location. And then I know how to insure some of the items that we have and what kind of value to put on them. So Stuart, if you could kind of do a sweep. My husband has some beaded knife sheaths. I've got some jewelry. I've got that fetish necklace you guys have seen before. My husband has some pouches and a number of different things. He's got, what all does he have? Some of the different items that he has escapes me, but he is very proud of them. And again, I'm not sure that we have them insured appropriately. So when I'm in a place like this, I can kind of look at what the price point is, and it gives us an idea of just how valuable these things are. As I said, a lot of his items were inherited. Look at this gorgeous in here, Stuart. Sorry, I'm making you switch directions. But look at this gorgeous basketry. And this isn't the kind of baskets I'm normally looking for at Goodwill and at thrift stores. Look at some of these are well over $1,000. This Apache beadwork or Apache basketry. It's really, really gorgeous. Now over here, I am looking for a little bit of wall art for a couple of different places.
I followed you the wrong way.
You followed the wrong way? And so there are some things here that look like they might be of interest. So
I'm going to get on this side so they can kind of see
okay,
what's
kind of
flying by. in
see.
the
I don't
frames.
really know. Again, I'm not looking for anything specific. I am just looking for something that has a profile or has
It's a good action shot.
a certain look.
I know it's cowboy, which isn't necessarily your thing, but
Well, it just kind of Western in general. Now this is kind of I really love the silhouette of this.
Oh, that's kind of like you guys a lot.
Yeah, this is, and it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Gigi Mills painting that I got. This one is Tears by Hunting Horse. That's an original, 1989. It's just called Tears by Hunting Horse. That's beautiful, and it also. I'm going to be very careful here. Let me kind of go through this quickly and see if anything jumps out at me.
Interesting too.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Let's see if I can show them real quick.
Yeah, and on these, a lot of it is I'm thinking about color placement. I don't know a lot about art other than I know what I like.
I know what it is.
Excuse me, Stuart. And sometimes when I'm looking for these, I'm also kind of already shopping for Christmas. I think I told you that. And I'm looking for potential Christmas gifts for my husband. That's interesting.
I like the minimal, like the...
Yeah, the minimalist, that line. It has a Japanese quality to them. And Stuart, of course, if you see anything, tell me to stop.
I don't know what to buy myself.
You don't know what to buy yourself. I need
somebody to come decorate
yeah,
until
and
I
again,
like
I'm
it.
thinking about not only now, but in the future. Okay, I've got to pull this one out. I can't really see it from here. Okay, without my even looking at it, does that look like me, Stuart?
Yes, it does. Very much so.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Okay, this
Very Jamie
is,
too.
It's very Jamie, and it's at a great price point. This is just $59. This shall be mine. You guys out there, let me know if you're giving me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and I'll just have to ask them up front if they know any more about this. Okay, my first score.
Show them one more time. Just keep it there.
Okay, I'll just keep it there for you to look at. And again, it's got some blue in it. So see, I'm sticking true to my, okay, I'm really loving this. And more importantly, I think Hubs is gonna love it too. I'll probably reframe it, but I think I like it and it's in my budget. Let's keep going, Stuart.
Okay.
Oh my goodness, Lust. This looks so Jill Sharp on Instagram. Love this. It's absolutely gorgeous, but sadly this is out of my price range because it is $950, but probably worth every penny. But it's absolutely exquisite. I love it. Stuart, maybe you need this by your poker
Pretty
table.
cool. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what I'd do with it, but it is pretty cool.
Okay, look up here. Now this is not normally something that would capture my eye, but since I have been doing some things with terrain and anthropology, look at this Victorian framed floral arrangement over here, Stuart. Okay, look at the intricacy of that work. That is just beautiful. And again, for a nursery or a children's room or a gal's room, a gal's apartment, that is $89.99. That's not really cost prohibitive. And a lot of these things, all hanging pictures and items, are 50% off the lowest price. What a steal that would be. I'm tempted to get it, even though I have no place to put it. I'm gonna have to think on that, Stuart. Oh my goodness, unbelievable. Let's do another close-up on that so people can see.
Sorry,
I know you're moving on.
The wall.
You're moving on. I want you to shop too, but just look at that. I don't know if that's boiled wool or what it is.
Stuff with some of my Christmas ornaments in there.
Yes, but it's absolutely wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay, let's move on. Okay, Stuart didn't know what this was. What did you think it was, Stuart?
I literally asked if it was a baby bath.
Okay. This is a Victorian, circa 1890s tall bathtub, a cowboy torso tub. You have probably seen them in many Western movies. But you know what? This is a brilliant solution for saving water, because you could wash all of the appropriate parts without using too much water. So maybe we need, as a water saving measure, we need to reintroduce them. And by the way, you guys, I wasn't sure what this was. This is metal, and it's not very heavy. Very, very clever, and can I just say, very good design. Okay, let's keep moving, Stuart. Okay, here's an idea to steal, Stuart. This is a platter table. This one is feather edge with leaf and fish scale border, and then the base is vintage. But this is something, this is an idea that you guys could easily replicate yourself somehow, and that is just taking some kind of small table and then putting a tray on top of it. This one is stoneware, some kind of ceramic, but you could do it also with a metal tray. And then you can make a small side tray table yourself out of two different pieces that you put together. So you might want to shop your own house to see if you've got anything that would work. And you could bring something like this together out of items you already have. No way, Stuart. No way. Those dolls scare me big time. Don't they scare you?
Yeah. I saw Chucky.
Ugh. Well, of course, I like jewelry in any of its forms, but I love turquoise jewelry. And some of this is just a smidgen of a sampling of some of the stuff that they have that's really, really beautiful. Rings, cuff bracelets, just really gorgeous stuff. Hair combs. So if you're wanting to get an investment piece of turquoise jewelry as a gift for a loved one for Christmas, I highly suggest coming here because their inventory is brilliant. Okay, Stuart. Stuart was lusting after these pinup girls. I
said they were classy.
I had to tell him to calm down. Calm down, Stuart. With all these pinup girls.
It's a whole different way of
looking at things. Okay, this area over here, Stuart, I've noticed on a number of these tags that some of these were used in movies.
For those that don't know, Oklahoma has opened up
for
some.
those of you that don't know Oklahoma, actually a lot of movies are made here. We've become quite a popular location for movies.
I think they opened up a tax benefit.
Filmed here, yeah. And in fact, my friend Matthew Payne is actually one who helped bring that here. At any rate, it is kind of a popular movie destination. and Sly Stallone was just here not too long ago, and he said now that he will know what hell will be like after being
prepared,
in Oklahoma
yeah,
in the summertime, because it has been so hot. But a lot of the things in this area were apparently used in movies.
Help
and
me walk backwards slowly.
Yeah. Okay, Stuart, you run into some old friends when you go antiquing. This is Lois Glenn, and she may look familiar to you because she was part of the lunch crowd that was at Barbara's Garden when we did that garden tour in Linwood. Mm-hmm. You were part of the mimosa crew.
Yes, ma'am. That was a fun afternoon.
So do you work here?
I do, 1 day a week. It's my fun employment after retirement.
And just a little point of trivia, this is very close to where you live because Linwood is just off of 23rd Street. So you could practically walk to work.
I can walk to work if I wish.
Yes, so so it's fun. Oklahoma City is a big city, but we're a small community.
Exactly.
Okay, it was fun running into you. So Stuart, this caught my eye. I don't know really what it is, but it's metal and it's a basket, two of my categories. Industrial, expandable, tall waste basket.
I was about to say, it looks like something you might have seen.
I know, but I
in the
like
lobby
it.
of a nice.
Yeah, but it's very
building or
cool.
something.
I really like it, and I can see, wouldn't it be cool to have a huge glass cylinder in there and put a candle in there?
Oh,
You
yeah.
could put a piece of glass on top, use it as a table. You could turn it upside down as a plant stand. But this has lots and lots of potential. I really, really like this. You could use it as a stand for walking canes or umbrellas or anything like that. It's
Giant
really,
top
really
hat?
cool.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh yeah. Okay, we'll go with that, Stuart. Okay, we better get out of here before we break anything. Well, I am here with Denny at 23rd Street Antique Mall, which is really a treasure, a really wonderful place in Oklahoma City. And in case you don't believe me, you can believe all of these Reader's Choice Awards that you have won over how many years? You were telling me?
33 years.
33 years.
Yeah.
So that's how old the store is?
Yes, we've been in business 33 years.
Oh,
this month.
Oh my gosh! In this same location?
No, we've been in this location about 18 years. We started out in the old movie theater at 15th and May. We were the original May Antique Mall. Yeah. I grew up going to the movies there.
That's right.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
And something else for any of you that are coming from out of town, you're always asking me for recommendations on antique stores and places that you really need to visit, destination locations. This is one of them. This is
you.
3023.
3023.
3023 Northwest 23rd Street. It is right up the street or down the street or whatever from Oklahoma City University, where I used to work and where a student's daughter
Oh, really?
is now on scholarship there. So we're very proud of this area. It's really, this whole area is just really exploding.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's very, very fun.
I've been in this area my entire life. I've gone to Northwest Baptist Church since 9 months before I was born.
Oh my goodness.
And I live about 4 blocks from here. I grew up 2 blocks away from where I live now. So I've been in this area my entire life. It is.
Absolutely charming.
Yeah, it
And
is.
you've been in antiques for how long?
Well, my husband's been in antiques ever since he was a little boy. He used to go in people's, he grew up in the country, and he used to go through people's barns, and he'd crawl over the wonderful furniture and look for the horse hames or something, weird. So he has always loved antiques. But he drew me into it, and now I'm worse than he is about wanting to.
You are smitten.
I am.
Well, a huge thing for all of us on this channel is we like to reuse, recycle, and repurpose. And when they are beautiful things like the kind of antiques you have here, it makes it that much more special. So thank you for sharing your beautiful spot here in Oklahoma City, and thank you for your service.
Well, thank you very much for inviting me to do this. It's fun.
Well, Stuart, that was so much fun. I've got one thing off of my Christmas list, my Christmas gift list for Hubs. And if you guys are in Oklahoma City, make this a destination. It is the 23rd Street Antique Mall. It's on the corner of 30th and 23rd Street, right down from Dental Depot and across from Northwest Baptist Church. And if you're coming in the summer, it's got a beautiful flower border in the front. So come by and see what treasures you might be able to find. Well, here you go. Here is my outfit of the day to go antiquing. My sunglasses are Ray-Bans. As usual, my earrings are, I can't remember where I got these. Had them for a long time. A little bit of a different kind of profile than I normally wear. My top is from TJ Maxx. My breeches, what a find, you guys. These were Anthropologie, originally like $150. They were brand new, and I got them for $9.99. They've got a great,
I didn't even notice the cool little design on the bottom.
yeah, a great kind of retro vibe, and they go really cute with these sandals that I got. I think I got these at Target. My watch came from Amatron online. I like these big chunky watches. I don't know if they're still popular or not, but I still like them. My bracelet came from the French Cowgirl many years ago when it was still open, and my bag is a vegan tote bag that I got at Mark & Graham. It's got my initials on it, and I really like it because it looks good in the summer and in the winter. So there you go, there's my outfit du jour.